Greetings, it's Ian from RTO here. Hope you're all well. Bit of a busy night last night. Thrashed a lot of things out over at Simon's live stream, but we're going in the right direction, I think. Anyway, we're going to start off on this really sunny, cold, sharp morning in Northampton with a bit of Love Sculpture, the Welsh blues rock band that was led by the one and only Mr. Dave Edmonds, with John David on the bass guitars and Rob Jones on the drums from Barry. So basically Dave Edmonds and John David are from Cardiff and Rob Jones is from Barry. Founded in 1966 by former members of the Human Beings. They perform mostly standard blues, slightly revved up, but still close to the originals, and some really interesting pieces as well. Only released 2 albums. But they are good albums. Very difficult because I like both these albums. I'm a big Dave Edmonds fan, as it is. So we've only got the 2 then. So here we go. So coming up, number 2 is the second album, and it was released in 1969, and it's called Forms and Feelings. So there's no it was the same 3. Dave on the guitar, on the lead guitars and the vocals. John David on bass and Rob Jones on drums. So the first track is a track called In the Land of the Few. Very Beatlesque. So some great little riffs there from Dave. It's a great little sort of 60s pop song actually. Very hooky, and it's a really, really good track. Then we have a track called Seagull, which is written by Paul Corder. So another great vocal from Dave Edmonds. It's got some crisp guitar on it, and I quite like the tones on that one. A very good track. Then we have a track called Nobody's Talking, written by Fine Silver and Kerr. It's quite a bluesy, soulful guitar solo on this, and it's also got a little bit of that psychedelia. There's some great little drum bits in this from Rob Jones. It's a really good track. Then we have a track called Why, How, Now. Once again, tell the influence of the Beatles on this. It's just it's a brilliant song, brilliant guitar work, fantastic. Okay, next up is Franadol, which is a Georges Bizet, a classical piece that was arranged by Dave Edmonds. I love it when classical music is rocked up, and this is really good. The detail in Dave Edmonds' guitar work on this is fantastic. The drumming is just solid. Rob Jones and John David, very good, very tight, brilliant little track. Okay, then we have a Chuck Berry cover, You Can't Catch Me. Great version of Chuck Berry song. Great rock and roll number. Solid track. Then we have People People. Some nice harmonies on this as well. It's a gentle sort of 60s poppy song. Excellent. And then we have my favourite track on here, and I've always loved this. It's the Sabre Dance, which is composed by Aram Katurin. This is 11 minutes and 12 seconds of awesome guitar, bass, and it's a great version of this. I mean, I love the original piece of music, you know, the classical, but this is just out of the top drawer. Fantastic piece of thing, and there's lots of videos of Dave doing this right up until the end of his career. It's the last track on the album as well. Excellent album. There's not much between these. I love playing this album. It's fresh. It was rocky, it was bluesy, and I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 8.4. But number one for me, it was the debut album from the 1968 Blues Helping. The first track, and I love this. It's a cover of a Freddie King thing called The Stumble, one of my favourite tunes by Freddie King, and it got in my top 10 of Dave Edmunds songs. I think this is fantastic. It's got a real, it brought it up to date. The Stumble, the Freddie King's version is brilliant, but this is really good as well. Then we have A.B.B. King's song, 3 O'Clock Blues, a killer version of the B.B. King song. Dave Edmunds' guitar work on this is absolutely brilliant. Then we have a Ray Charles number, I Believe My Song. One of the best versions of this song I've heard. It's as good as Ray Charles. Brilliant bass line from John David. It is absolutely stunning. Really keeps the song together. So I do like that. One of my favourite tracks on the album. Then we have So Unkind, which is an Elmore James. One of my favourite tracks by Elmore James again. Played wonderfully by the band. Then we have Summertime, the George Gershwin. It's got a swing to it. It's a wonderful piece of music. Then we got a very good version of Canned Heat's On the Road Again. Brilliant. And then we have Don't Answer the Door, which was written by James Franklin Johnson. One of my favourite tracks on here. The guitar work from Dave is always proper bluesy sound from a 3-piece blues band. Absolutely fantastic track. And then we have you can't have a blues album without a Willie Dixon number on, and they've gone for Wham Dang Doodle, which is fantastic. Great version of it again. Then we have another Ray Charles track, Come Back Baby, another great cover of a Ray Charles. So the bass line again is great from John. Then we have Shake Your Hips, which is a Slim Harpo number. It's just a great track. Brilliant drumming from Rob on this. Very solid. And the last track is Blues Helping, which they wrote. They did some great covers, but when they make their own, it sounds like if it's something from 20 years previous. It's brilliant. Absolutely stunning track to end the album. Okay, this album is covers, but they are fantastic covers. And I love this album. Some of the best covers you'll hear of blues songs. It's terrific. So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 8.5. Okay, this one's very short today, but they are two great albums. I love them both at the end of the day. But I think the Blues Helping edges it, because although it's got a lot of covers on it, it's brilliant. Okay, that's all for this one. I'll be back later with a classic album. We're doing a bit of rockabilly as chosen by my friend Lee, who's quite a bit of a guru on rockabilly, and this week we've gone for Johnny Burnett and the Rock Trio. So join me for that later. Bye for now.